On this channel, I keep you guys updated on the main market inflection points every single day without fail. And what we see here is impressive because the market as a whole has respected the inflection points we study in our videos very well. But at the same time, this is extremely dangerous. Dangerous because we do not see any clear signal being triggered yet. We do not see any breakout upwards or downwards yet. We will see sooner or later. But for now, we only see another treacherous movement, which can catch you off guard if you don't know how to trade with technique and patience. I'm gonna teach you guys how to avoid traps in this market. This is the Finance Hydra channel where you receive unbiased analysis without guesswork or assumptions based on technique, strategy, and risk control. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily study. And what we see here is particularly dangerous because since last Friday, last Friday, when we saw this amazing bearish candle, by the way, since then, we are moving sideways, This 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart, is totally flat right now. And by the way, as you can see, last Friday, we closed we closed below this 21-day EMA. Then we closed above, then below, then above, then below, then above today. So what we see right now is the price dancing around this moving average without clear direction. So definitely, SPY is not bullish anymore. What's more, we lost. Besides, we lost this support level of this ascending channel. So yes, we are definitely not bullish anymore. So Nathan, are you bearish right now? I am absolutely nothing. The market is sideways, but the market will turn bearish if we see a clear bearish reversal signal being triggered. What's the key point that is going to trigger a bearish reversal? $654. 654, quite easy to remember. Bear this key point in mind because if we lose it, yes, the bear trend will materialize. Then we are gonna see, for the first time since we started this bullish rally in April, a lower high, lower low. Since then, we are doing higher highs, higher lows, right? We see the SPY trading above the 21-day EMA inside this ascending channel, all right? We were insanely bullish. Now, if we lose 654, we are gonna trigger a bearish pivot point, and what's more, there is the idea of a head and shoulders chart pattern on the daily chart, suggesting a medium-term reversal, suggesting a long-term pullback on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart over here, we see last week a phenomenal bearish engulfing, a possible top signal, and this only reinforces the idea on the daily chart or reading on the daily chart. Only the loss of the 654 could trigger a top signal on the weekly chart because we're gonna lose this candle from last week. We're gonna trigger this candle's low, making this a real top signal. Guys, we gotta wait for our patterns to be triggered. Only then we may see the materialization of a real correction. Otherwise, this bearish engulfing over here, this top signal on the weekly chart, could be just like this bearish engulfing from July 28, which was not triggered. All right, this could happen again. That's why I'm telling you guys, let's wait for an actual breakout. I'm so sorry let's wait for an actual breakdown of this support level. Only then we're gonna have confirmation of a top signal on the weekly chart and this head and shoulders chart pattern on the daily chart, reversing the medium-term trend, triggering a top signal on the weekly chart. What's more, on the 1 hour chart, as you can see over here, you may say to me, Nathan, do we have another kind of head and shoulders over here right now? And the answer is yes, okay? But the most important thing of all is that we are still flat. This key point over here, this support level, which I have been warning you guys about even before last Friday's reaction, has been respected very nicely, okay? On the 1 hour chart over here, we see support level here, support level here, support level here again. Okay, so that's our main support level. As long as we stay above it, we are not necessarily bearish, okay? However, the main resistance level is $668. I told you guys about this key point when we were over here, inside this congestion. I told you guys, either way, we're gonna see another very nice movement, but we gotta break either the 672 or the 668. Only a breakout, a clear breakout of one of these two inflection points could bring something new. We saw a downwards breakout. Okay, now this key point is working as a resistance level for the SPY, as you can see here, and possibly again in the future. So $668 is our major inflection point if you want to see SPY turning bullish again. Okay, if you want to see SPY flying, bouncing, recovering very nicely, $668. This key point must be completely broken next week, okay? If we break it, all right, phenomenal. We may resume the previous bullish bias, okay? But Nathan, we are still below this ascending channel's support level. Yes, we are. See, this support level over here, this purple line down here, is working as a resistance level right now as well. So we see when we analyze, when we do a multiple time frame analysis on the SPY ETF, we see that many of these key points coincide, okay? So that's why we gotta see SPY breaking, closing above this key point over here, so we can actually resume the previous bullish bias and make another possible bear trap on the weekly chart, like we had over here. Okay, like we had over here, like we had over here, like we had over here. We have seen many bear traps over the past few months, but if you pay attention to the inflection points we analyze here on this channel every single day, you can and you will avoid every single one of these traps. Remember, real trading is reactive. It is not predictive. We always work with strategy, risk management, okay? So we can mitigate our losses and maximize our profits. For now, there is no clear breakout yet, okay? So yes, I will maintain my neutrality on the SPY ETF for now. Okay, when we are bullish, I'm gonna tell you guys, now we are bullish. If we turn bearish, I'm gonna tell you guys as well. Guys, now we are bearish. We are triggering our inflection points, so we are reversing the trend. So yes, we can work with shorting opportunities. But for now, none of these scenarios are materializing, okay? We are still moving sideways during this entire week. So it is a very problematic situation. Sooner or later, we're gonna see a breakout. Many new opportunities will emerge soon, and they will be incredible. But for now, patience, okay? Patience. Guys, please remember, the market rewards the patient ones, okay? So let's just wait. There's a time to go long, a time to go short, and a time to go fishing, as Jesse Livermore, the greatest trader that ever lived, once said. Okay, so our time will come, all right? Let's just patiently wait. Now, if you ask me, QQQ is looking better, okay? It is not that problematic. SPY is problematic because we see the price dancing around this moving average, okay? Closing below, above, below, above, below, above, right? So this is not a good scenario, okay? It is not clear to me. However, QQQ is different. Tech stocks look a little bit more different because we are maintaining the price above the 21-day EMA consistently during this entire week. And that's a quite good signal, okay? If you're bullish, I would say that in this scenario, the odds favor the bulls, slightly, okay? Not by much, all right? But it does favor the bulls, all right? Because we are still above this 21-day EMA, all right? On the 1-hour chart, we see the price trying to recover. There is a kind of ascending triangle chart pattern on the 1-hour chart, okay? So this only reinforces that there is some bullish reaction on tech stocks. Okay, very nice. What's the key inflection point for the QQQ that could actually reverse the bullish bias? $588. As long as we see QQQ above this key point, no bearish reversal is going to materialize. There is absolutely nothing you can say that is going to convince me, all right? Because again, we are reactive, okay? I trade reactively, not predictively. Okay, so for now, I would wait for the loss of this key point. If we lose it, all right, yes, we are bearish, okay? We're gonna go down. We'll see plenty of opportunities. The beauty of the US stock market is that we have literally thousands of stocks that are here just waiting for us to give us another meaningful opportunity, okay? Now, conversely, if you are bullish on the QQQ, if you believe that the market will maintain the bullish bias, I have some good news for you, okay? Because by closing above the 602, QQQ does show some strength, all right? I told you guys yesterday and during this entire week, essentially, okay? By closing above the 602, we do see a very nice bottom signal above the 21-day EMA. So actually, although I do see this head and shoulders, I also see this bottom signal. So which one is telling the truth? Which one is lying? It is too soon to tell, but the odds favor the bulls slightly. Now, if you ask me, I would prefer to see another pullback. I would prefer to see, but hey, if I see a bottom signal right here, I am not gonna complain. We can use a bottom signal above this key point, all right? Now, how all of this is reflecting on our stocks? Because Nvidia is making a bottom signal, okay? It is a nice bullish reaction. However, what a coincidence. This one failed to materialize a true breakout of our main inflection points. I told you guys yesterday and during this entire week as well, guys, only a clear upwards breakout of this resistance area could bring something new. Okay, could bring something new. In the absence of a clear breakout, I would still be skeptical regarding Nvidia. And again, I say this as a long-term investor as well. I bought Nvidia literally 5 years ago. Okay, I bought on October 20th, I believe, right? Something like that. Okay, I don't recall. I have to check this again, but literally 5 years ago. All right, so okay, phenomenal. But for swing trading purposes, there is no clear, meaningful signal suggesting a buy yet. We gotta close above these resistance levels, the 184, this 21-day EMA. We are closing above this 21-day EMA already. So that's the first step, okay? A very good signal, but it is still not strong enough. It is not convincing to me, at least, okay? So Nvidia is one of the stocks that I have on my personal radar, and I will share a clear buying opportunity with you guys if I see the signal on our Telegram channel. But for now, I would wait a little bit more. I see other stocks performing as good as Nvidia, okay? Either way, it is looking promising, okay? But it is not totally convincing me. It is not convincing me totally yet. Okay, I'm still a little skeptical, but I like this reaction specifically because we still see the QQQ above the 21-day EMA, so there is a kind of synergy between QQQ, Nvidia, other tech stocks, all right, which are looking quite promising, but specifically about Nvidia, we have yet to see a true breakout of this resistance level. Okay, what's more, on the 1-hour chart, we see a kind of inverted head and shoulders, okay? That's very nice. The neckline is still around this area, okay? So, hey, let's wait for a breakout, okay? Either way, I'll be here next week to keep you guys updated on Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, Palantir, Super Microcomputer, many other stocks, okay? Many other stocks. So consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber yet. And like this video to support me because, well, we are here every single day, all right? Working very hard to deliver unbiased, straightforward, and professional analysis for you, okay? Every single day. So like this video and subscribe. Now, Tesla looks different, okay? Unlike Nvidia, unlike SPY, we see Tesla clearly respecting the 21-day EMA and respecting the $423. This double support level, which I have been talking about for many weeks right now, okay, many weeks, has been respected very nicely. So, okay, this only confirms, reinforces our reading. Our technique is quite good in this case, but guys, today we see bottom signal and we failed to break and close above $439. The previous top level over here, top level over here, support level here, right? Support here, now top here, here, and here again today. We failed to break this key point, so that's a quite problematic reaction, but we are inside a clear trap zone, okay, between this resistance level, which Tesla can't break, and this 21-day EMA, which is ascending, right? It is squeezing the price more and more and more as the time passes, okay? So that's very nice. We are inside. We are being squeezed over here. In my humble experience, when we see a breakout of a trap zone, regardless if it is an upwards or downwards, usually we see a very impressive movement next. And the fact that we're gonna report earnings in 5 days next week only makes matters worse. Okay, this is gonna be quite crazy, quite volatile. The next breakout will occur very soon. Since we're gonna report earnings in 5 days, I never recommend holding stocks for swing trading purposes during earnings. Okay, if your strategy is of long-term investing, okay, good, all right, you can hold. But opening a new position for swing trading purposes, or even a new position for long-term investing just a few days before earnings, from my point of view, it is not worth it. Okay, it is simply not worth it because we may see either a downwards or upwards breakout. We can't possibly tell. Earnings are always unpredictable. Okay, so we like to work when we see a clear movement, when we see a good opportunity with good risk-reward relationship. That's how we trade, right? That's how we do every single day. For now, Tesla, it is not sharing any good, clear signal, especially specifically because we see earnings in only 5 days, okay? If it weren't for earnings, that would be a possible buying opportunity. Okay, for swing trading purposes, target 488, all right? But for now, I'm sorry guys, but I have to pass, okay? I see many other opportunities way better than Tesla and Nvidia right now, so let's wait a little bit more. No, maybe Nvidia could be a valid opportunity, okay? Maybe it could be. I'm still thinking about it, but Tesla is definitely not on my list, okay? Now, we have our dear AMD, okay? Hey, guys, for the last time, okay, it's AMD, all right? It is not AMD, okay? It's AMD. We see a possible double top. But I have good news for you, okay? If you are bullish on AMD, we are respecting, guess what? We are respecting the $227, the previous all-time high from 2024, previous top level over here, now support level here, and support level here again. On the 1 hour chart, we see the idea of this ascending triangle, which I did warn you guys about yesterday, okay? We did identify this together yesterday, okay? Phenomenal. Ascending triangle, that's usually, more often than not, a bullish signal, okay? More often than not, it is a bullish signal. It is a bullish continuation chart pattern. However, there is the possibility that we may see a downwards breakout, okay? This could happen. If this happens, our dear AMD could correct on the daily chart, but guys, in order for us to see a real top signal, in order for you to see a real, to take a top signal seriously, you gotta see AMD closing below $227.30. That's the key point you wanna watch next week, all right? Nathan, we are above this key point. Phenomenal. We are maintaining the bullish bias. Nathan, what if next week we maintain the price above the 227? Phenomenal. We are gonna maintain the price bullish. The idea of an upwards breakout on the 1 hour chart of this ascending triangle will be more valid, will be extremely possible, okay? But if we see the loss of 227, yes, I would see this as a more delicate position, okay? Now, Nathan, so AMD is a buy. It is not a buy to me, okay? It was a buy over here when we bought. I gave you guys the signal on our Telegram channel, by the way, but right now, it is not. Now, it is a hold. If you want to hold your shares, you can hold normally. Just set a stop gain below $227. If we close below it, all right, you can take your profits because we may see another pullback to this 21-day EMA. In the worst case scenario, we could even close this gap. I honestly, in my humble opinion, okay, I do not see AMD closing this gap, all right. I see AMD making a pullback. That's quite plausible. If we see the loss of 227, there is no technical evidence confirming this scenario yet, okay? But if we see a pullback could materialize over here, then we can buy AMD again like we bought over here. All right, and guys, remember, if you want to trade with me, join our Telegram channel. There we have a community of literally hundreds of traders making money every single day, working with strategy. I always share the entry point of every single one of our trades, the stop loss, the target, so you can control the risk of your positions. You can mitigate your losses while maximize your profits. That's how we work professionally. Managing risk, always working with technique and a solid trading methodology that has been helping people all over the world. You are more than welcome to join us over there. It is totally free to try, okay? Free trial for 7 days. I share the signals, and then if you can take advantage of what we have to offer, okay, then you can subscribe for real. Otherwise, no strings attached, okay? Just see for yourself how we work. We have a very nice track record. We can help you guys, retail traders. We are all retail traders working together. Next Monday, I'm gonna do another exclusive live stream with the members of the 5% project, so join us over there. The 5% project is right here. The link is in this video's description, okay? Take a look at my website in the description, all right? Now, what we have over here is Palantir, also moving sideways, okay? There is the idea of a bullish flag, which again is another bullish continuation chart pattern more often than not, okay? More often than not, it is a bullish continuation. Today, we respected the 174 with an astonishing precision, okay? I have been telling you guys about the 174 support level even before last Friday's collapse, okay? I have been warning you guys, 174, only if we see an actual breakdown of this support level, we will see another bearish reaction, bearish reversal on the daily chart, suggesting another pullback to the 160s area again, okay? Otherwise, no, we are gonna maintain the bullish bias. No bearish reaction is going to materialize unless we lose 174.29. I have been telling you guys about this support level for many weeks right now, okay? Many weeks. So it feels like I'm being boring or repeating myself, but I can't help, okay? Because that's the key inflection point, which we did identify. We did a very competent job over here. So yes, we saw another pullback to retest the support level. Now we see some stabilization. Normal. That's absolutely normal. Okay. I still see Palantir at 190. That's our target. The target I set here in this channel in a public video here. Okay, September 9. I told you guys here on this, guys. We are on the verge of breaking this key point. If we break and close above it, yes, 190 is going to be my target. I told you guys this on this channel. Okay, on this channel, it is right here. Public information available to anyone who wanna see. Now, I still see Palantir at 190. We got very close, right? Very, very, very close. So close. Right now, we see unstabilization. If you ask me, if the risk-reward ratio makes sense to you, to your strategy, it could even be another buy. Okay, Palantir could give us another buy signal next week. All right, guys, I'm not an investment advisor. Okay, I'm not sharing any recommendation in this channel. All right, I'm just sharing my humble opinion. Okay, any bottom signal above such important support level could offer us another meaningful opportunity because the risk reward ratio is good. If you are wrong, okay, the stop loss is right here. Okay, it's right here, very close to the price. It is a very small stop loss. If we are right, we can nail a phenomenal bullish rally to the all-time high again, maybe even to break it, right? So who knows? Okay, not an advice, of course. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Okay, please do not mistake me for an advisor. Okay, take me as an advisor because I'm not. I'm just a retail trader. All right, like you, like everybody else over here who started this channel just to practice my English. All right, now one of the stocks that I have on my radar is this one, Super Microcomputer. Why? Because we saw a very sharp collapse over here. Okay, very sharp collapse after closing this little this amazing gap over here, right? This gigantic gap. We closed this gap over here and then we saw another pullback. This happens a lot, okay? Simply a lot. That's why this gap was my personal target. We at the 5% project, we bought down here. Okay, near this 21-day MA, we sold over here, far away from the moving average after closing this gap. All right, that was our personal target. Okay, my personal target, which I share with you guys on our Telegram channel. Now we see another pullback. Do we see any bottom signal? No. But what if we see? If we see, yes, we may see another bottom signal because just like on Palantir, not an advice, okay, but like on Palantir, we could see a phenomenal buying opportunity near a double support level made by this 21-day MA, made by this purple trend line with an amazing risk-reward ratio. Because if we lose this double support level, it's over, okay? We are gonna possibly retest the 48.82. That's going to be our next technical target, and then we'll see if Super Microcomputer will actually reverse the previous bullish bias or not, okay? But for now, I am waiting patiently for a clear signal on Super Microcomputer because we are approaching our support level. That's very nice, okay? That's very good after a pullback, after reaching our target. So if you ask me, yes, we bought down here, we sold down here, and then we may buy down here again in this support area to sell at a higher price level. That's phenomenal. We do that quite often, okay? SOUN, Hound AI is one of the stocks we do that with a very nice degree of competency, okay? Because we actually bought this one down here, right? We sold up here, we bought down here, we sold up here, we bought down here, we sold up here. Now we're gonna buy SOUN Hound near a support level again, if you ask me, if we see another meaningful bullish signal. So yes, Super Microcomputer and SOUN Hound AI, these two are two stocks that I have on my personal radar, and I am waiting for a clear opportunity, okay? I'm waiting very patiently, all right? Any bottom signal in this support level could be another buying opportunity. So these stocks, they look very good. They are looking very nice. So yes, if I were you, I would pay attention to them next week because they are looking quite promising. Okay, I really like these stocks, and of course I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this channel every single day. So remember, subscribe, join the Finance Hydra channel, and if you want to have access to our trading signals, join our Telegram channel. Free to try, link is in this video description. Thank you so much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow. No. See you guys next Monday, because tomorrow is Saturday, okay? Bye-bye, my dear friends. Have a great weekend.